Hey, what's going on, brothers and sisters out on YouTube? All right, I just want to make this video, a little short today. Today I was like reading the paper, and one of these rock stars was saying that he don't want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it's not the same no more. Not the same. I mean, come on. What you mean? Because black artists such as like Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, Earth, Wind and Fire, and so on has been elected there, and everything's supposed to be just rock music, like white rockers? No. People must not forgetting that rock and roll started from blacks. Blacks put rock and roll the way it was. But see, black artists such as rock and roll artists don't get recognition like these white rock and roll artists are. It's always, when you hear about rock and roll, it's always about Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, and so far on. But they will never say the original rock and roll artists, such as Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Fats Domino. All of a sudden it came all the way to Chubby Checker now. People must realize is that Chuck Berry was the first one that ever got off on the guitar. Little Richard was the first one that ever got off on the piano. But they ain't gonna never say things like that. You must remember, Little Richard wrote most of all those songs. Let me give you like a little anatomy of rock and roll. You see, we started rock and roll, but when rock and roll started getting more popular, like when Elvis and all these other cats started coming around, all of a sudden they pushed blacks under the rug. And that's how R&B started. And the thing about it, when R&B, such as like Motown and other black groups at the time, they were so good. That's the reason why they put white faces on the album cover, which they know that they wasn't artists right there. And at the time, those artists was oppressed at the time, going through worst of things that we ever seen in racism. But that was just part of their living. But like I was saying is that when whites took over rock and roll, they moved blacks over to R&B. And that's how Motown came along. And when Motown came along, see, it's the thing is that when they does this with these artists, and they think they doing something, guess what? The artists like Motown and the ones that they push to R&B was still kicking these white artists in the butt. So yes, I don't blame you for going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because if we went for black people in our music today, even in hip hop, you people would still be playing that accordion and shit like that. And it's like right now, everything what we came out with, it's like rock and roll, R&B. Whites try to take that over too. You had like the Everly Brothers, the Bee Gees, and all that, which it didn't happen. It couldn't happen. And that's the reason right now they trying to take over hip hop, which they did. They most majority took over hip hop. So yeah, hey, I wouldn't go there either. Because rock and roll did start by blacks. Even Jimi Hendrix, the first brother that played the guitar with his teeth. See, they always want us to know what they want to put out. They just don't want us to know the truth. Every time the truth will come out. And that's the reason why America cannot keep on holding these lies. All right, then. I'm out of here. Leo 1.